I'm Laura! I'm Kira. So I think that we're going to talk about kids today.
We have a theory,
Yeah.
and that theory is that being a small child is a lot like being stoned.
Yeah, we're definitely thinking so. Laura's first memory kind of comes off as she's a little stoner baby. Mine kind of does too. Do you go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
That's crazy. Okay, well, my very first memory that actually comes to me would be sitting in a plastic tub in my living room watching Sesame Street contentedly.
In a box.
Yeah.
Plastic tub. Yeah, that's just...
And what's your first memory?
Okay, mine's really funny. My first memory, me and my dad and my brother were going to my uncle's house, and I remember
it out, yeah.
Yeah.
Going to your uncle's house.
I remember, like, we get there, and my dad gets out of the truck, and I look down, and, like, the ground is completely covered in green snakes. I mean, completely covered in, like, you cannot see anywhere, just green snakes. And, like, my brother's jumping up and down, you know, stomping on him. He's, like, 8 years old. I'm, like, what, like, 3? And my uncle and my dad are, like, trying to kill him. My dad puts me on top of the hood, and I'm just standing there watching. And I remember thinking, like,
You're tripping balls.
those are really pretty snakes.
You are tripping balls.
Yeah, well, I just remember thinking those are really pretty snakes. And my dad and my uncle are getting shovels out, and they're smacking them on the ground and everything. And, like, that's just an odd memory to have. We're pretty convinced that kids are, like born stoned the first, like...
It keeps zooming in on me.
It likes you. It does it by itself. Pretty sure that they're stoned the first, like, you know, 5 or 6 years of their life.
Yeah. Then you get them in school and they just sober right up.
Yeah. Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
My little cousin, he's horrible. Horrible. Like, peeing in plants at school. He got kicked out of kindergarten for peeing in plants.
That's just horrible. That's an awful story.
I know. Kids these days are like everything is so different now compared to when we were growing up.
More or less.
Like,
the Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, like freaking, there was no Miley Cyrus, and like, there's kids.
Well, she was there. She just was not famous.
Yeah, she just was a kid. And like, all these little kids, like 7, 6 years old, have cell phones. What the fuck is that? How old were you when you got your first cell phone?
12.
Me too. Like, what the hell? And I had to get it because of school. Like, that's the only reason I got it. Like, it's ridiculous. And then they've got all these, like, toys and, like, electronics and
drugs.
And drugs.
Kids and drugs and inhalants, aerosols. These are all a problem.
Drugs are bad.
Horrible. Maybe that's why it seems like they're stoned the first 5 years of life.
Maybe
all the inhalants. Kids are
Yeah.
actually tripping balls.
Possibly. So, do you have a story about a kid these days? It doesn't really, you know, whatever.
Well,
like mouthiness, or just having other stuff that we didn't have, or funny, weird, random.
My 10-year-old cousin on Thanksgiving decided that she wanted to make me over into Lady Gaga. And she curled my hair and tried to put tattoos on me. I already have tattoos. I don't know why that was necessary, but she wanted me to look like I was having some bad romance. So,
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
it's still like it like zooms in on you when you're talking. That's great. My
Pretty cool.
webcam really likes her. So that's just like that kind of touches on the music.
Yeah.
To where like how different the music is these days compared to how it was when we were growing up and like our parents were growing up and so on and so forth. Mine is kind of about like the boldness of children these days. Like when I was growing up, if I would have said certain things, my parents would have smacked me across the room. I don't know about you.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like I would have got the crap kicked out of me. But my little cousin is 3, and I was over at his house, and he was running around in a circle, and he was trying to hit his brother with a marker. So I took the marker from him, and he looks at me, and he goes, "Fuck you, Kira!" And I'm just like, And his mom is just laughing about it, and I'm like, oh my god, if that was me, my mom would have smacked the crap out of me.
There's no disciplinary action.
I know. And then, like, his mom yells at him for something, and he just goes up to her right in her face, and he goes, fuck you, Mom. And she's laughing.
Let me tell you a story about the first time I ever said fuck in front of my mom. I was 8 years old. We were getting ready for my father's Christmas party for work, and she was painting my fingernails, and she asked me if I wanted another coat. So I was like, oh, fuck it. She slapped me across the face and told me to never say it again. And the entire way there, my brother was farting, and he kept saying, ha, I'm doing the F word, Mom. She said nothing. There were no repercussions. So already, from the 4 years that separated me and my brother, it had begun.
The first time that I cursed at my mother, we were taking my friend home, and
What age?
I was probably like, well, the first time I remember, I'm sure I did it before that.
Yeah.
I was probably like 11 or 12, and I'm pretty sure I called her something along the lines of a fucking bitch.
That's kind of harsh.
And she kind of went, ah, to me, and my face hit the glass in the window, like, of the door, you know, because we were in the car. And it was really bad. Like, my face was all red over here from hitting the glass, and it was all red over here from fucking being bitch slapped. But I deserved it. Kids these days are like, they get away with so much.
They're privileged and inexcusable, and I don't like to think about me being a decrepit old lady and having them looking after me.
Yeah, like,
Infuriating.
well, it makes you feel better. We're still young, so we've still got time.
Well, they'll be old too, but I still expect like a 45-year-old woman to be wiping me. Just saying.
Well, you depends. My camera really likes you.
I don't know why. Lean in or something.
I
love my crazy outfit.
Yeah, it's digging the. I still think you should have left that thing on your head. It looks better. Oh, now it's gonna zoom on me.
Well, keep it zoomed in on you, and let me tie this around my head.
Can't look at her. So yeah, about those kids, they're pretty much crazy. Like, they get away with everything, and they have so much more than we had. Like,
all right, time for our closing statement.
Okay, closing statement.
If you decide to have children, you must also decide to be the iron fist which rules them. Why was this not on the page? Take charge of your progeny. Let no sin go unpunished. I mean it, for real. Discipline your children or don't have them.
Yeah, get in on this. Peace.